Imagine living in a world where every night belonged to predators. The sun disappears behind the horizon, darkness spreads across the land, and terrifying growls echo through the trees. There are no houses, no flashlights, no warm blankets, only fear. Millions of years ago, this was everyday life for our ancient ancestors. But then something extraordinary happened. One small glowing flame would completely change the future of humanity. It gave us warmth during freezing nights. It scared away deadly predators. It transformed the food we ate. It even helped our brains grow larger and more powerful. Without fire, modern civilization might never have existed. So how did ancient humans first discover fire? Did they invent it? Or did nature accidentally hand them one of the greatest gifts in history? Let's travel back hundreds of thousands, perhaps even more than 1 million years, to uncover one of the greatest turning points in human evolution. Long before cities, kingdoms, or even villages existed, Earth was a dangerous place. Early humans lived among giant predators. Massive saber-toothed cats stalked the forests. Hyenas hunted in packs. Enormous bears wandered across open plains. Every day was a struggle to survive. Our ancestors had no metal weapons, no farms, no medicine. Most survived by gathering fruits, roots, insects, nuts, and scavenging meat from dead animals. When night arrived, everything became even more dangerous. Cold temperatures drained energy. Predators became more active. Darkness made it nearly impossible to see approaching danger. Many scientists believe that ancient humans often slept in trees or inside caves whenever they could. Even then, safety was never guaranteed. Life was ruled entirely by nature. Then nature itself produced something both beautiful and terrifying. Lightning struck forests. Volcanoes erupted. Dry grass suddenly burst into flames. For early humans, fire was probably terrifying. Trees exploded into flames. Animals fled in panic. Smoke filled the sky. Nobody wanted to get too close. Yet curiosity is one of humanity's oldest traits. Instead of only running away, some brave ancestors may have stayed behind and watched. Imagine standing hundreds of meters away from a burning forest. The flames roar loudly. Heat fills the air. Animals run in every direction. Hours later, the fire begins to weaken. The smoke clears. Curious humans slowly approach. The ground is black. Trees are charred. Many small animals lie dead. But something unexpected has happened. The roasted meat smells different. It tastes softer. It is easier to chew. It causes fewer stomach problems. Without realizing it, ancient humans had just experienced cooked food. Researchers believe our ancestors probably encountered natural fires many times before learning to control them. At first, they didn't know how to create fire. Instead, they simply borrowed it from nature. A burning branch left behind after a wildfire could be carried back to a cave. As long as someone kept feeding it dry wood, the fire could survive for days or even weeks. Protecting the fire became one of the group's most important jobs. If it went out, they might have to wait months before another natural wildfire appeared. Fire was precious, almost magical. Keeping fire alive was far easier than creating it. Ancient humans slowly learned which wood burned longer, which plants created more smoke, which branches caught fire quickly. Over countless generations, knowledge spread through observation. Children watched adults, families taught one another. Each generation became slightly better. Evidence from archaeological sites suggests that species like Homo erectus may have controlled fire hundreds of thousands of years ago, and possibly even earlier, although scientists still debate the earliest dates. Ancient fireplaces discovered in caves contain layers of ash, burned bones, and charcoal. These are clues left behind by people who gathered around controlled fires. Night was beginning to change. Instead of hiding in darkness, people could now create light. Predators avoided bright flames. Communities stayed awake longer. Stories could be shared after sunset. Some researchers believe evenings around campfires strengthened social bonds and helped language become more complex. The fire was becoming much more than a tool, it was becoming the center of human life. Cooking transformed human evolution. Raw meat is difficult to chew, raw roots can be tough and sometimes toxic. Cooking breaks food down before we eat it. This means our bodies spend less energy digesting meals, more calories become available. Those extra calories may have helped support larger brains. Scientists believe cooking played an important role in human evolution, although it was only one factor among many. As brains grew larger, humans became better problem solvers, better hunters, better builders, better communicators. Fire also killed many harmful bacteria and parasites hiding inside food. People became less likely to become sick after eating meat. Warm fires protected humans during freezing winters. This allowed people to survive in colder regions where they previously could not live. Fire changed not only what humans ate, it changed where humans could go. The importance of fire continued growing. People learned to harden wooden spear tips over flames. Later, they baked clay into pottery. Thousands of years afterward, humans discovered metalworking, bronze, iron, steel. None of these breakthroughs would have been possible without controlled fire. Fire helped clear forests for farming. It produced charcoal for blacksmiths. It baked bricks for cities. It powered industries thousands of years later. Even today, although we now use electricity, much of the world's energy still depends on heat generated by combustion or other high-temperature processes inspired by humanity's mastery of fire. From the first campfire to rockets leaving Earth, fire has remained one of civilization's greatest tools. The first human who carried home a burning branch probably had no idea what they had started. That small flame would eventually illuminate caves, cook meals, protect families, forge swords, build cities, power engines, and launch spacecraft toward the distant worlds. Fire did far more than keep our ancestors warm. It transformed frightened survivors into innovators. It turned small groups into thriving societies, and it became the spark that ignited human civilization itself. The next time you light a candle, start a campfire, or switch on your stove, remember, you're using a discovery that changed the course of human history forever. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient past, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more fascinating stories about the origins of humanity.